The Dartling gun is one of the most fun towers to use in all of BTD6, while also having some of the most dominant 5th tier towers in the entire game. But can you do a 2-tower chimps with each one of these 5th tiers? That's what we're going to find out in this video. Alright guys, here we are in a real chimps game. We're going to try to do a 2TC with each one of the 5th tier Dartling gunners. So the first one I'm going to go for is the Ray of Doom. I think you can do this with maybe 1 or 2 other towers, but we're going to use Sauda just because she's only $650 and we'll be able to get our Ray of Doom quicker. So I'm not going to spend too much time on each one of these games because I am going to have to play 3 full chimps games in this video, but I will show you some important stuff and show you all of the upgrades and things like that. But yeah, we should be able to get the Ray of Doom plus Sauda. I think if I calculated this right, we should be able to get it low 80s, maybe around 82, 83, somewhere in there. So that's what we're going to go for. Ray of Doom, Sauda, 2-tower chimps. Alright, round 10, we can go ahead and drop our Dartling gun. I love this Dartling gun spot on this map because you can basically just lock it in place right here in this corner. And then once you end up getting your plasma accelerator, you can just leave it right there in the corner. And then the balloons have to pass through it 1, 2, 3, and then 4 total times. And as long as you've got another tower, that's really tough for balloons to do, especially up until round 80. So we're just going to leave it locked right there for probably the rest of the game. I think we can get all the way up to the Ray of Doom without having to do any micro, but we'll see when we get there. We are going to go for the camo detection. Obviously, Sauda's not going to be enough, and we want to be able to hit those DDTs. So as much as I would love to go for the powerful darts, we're just going to have to go for that middle path. And I'm pretty sure I've seen a video before where somebody tested that. And with the Ray of Doom, the faster barrel spin is actually a lot better than the powerful darts, especially against like group balloons. So yeah, we're just going to go for that middle path, get the camo detection, not have to worry about it for the rest of the game. We do have a lead balloon problem, but Sauda's ability can easily take those down long enough to save up for the plasma accelerator. So I'm not worried about that. It can take down all the leads up until somewhere in the 60s, I'm pretty sure, so I'm not really worried about that. We'll just hop on it there, and it should be able to hit them all as they come across. Alright, that was pretty bad by me, but we'll get the ability back, and we'll just take out this last one. I'll wait for it to come around right here, and we'll use it there so it can hit some of the front balloons of the next round. Slow it down just a little bit, and there we go. Not necessary, but it is what it is. We'll go for the laser cannon, and then we'll get the plasma accelerator next. This is going very smoothly. We have the first Moab on 40. Not going to be a problem. This tower's pretty good against Moabs, so we shouldn't have a problem there. We're only about $3,000 away from our plasma accelerator. Then we should be smooth sailing for a while. There might be a round or two in the late 70s, early 80s that we have to micro a little bit, but I'm really not worried about it. I think we can leave it right there and get all the way up to our Ray of Doom. There we go. On round 43, we have the plasma accelerator. And as I said, you just put it right here in the corner, and all the balloons have to travel through it 4 total times before exiting on this map. So it's just a really good spot, while also having to come down through the beam as well multiple times. So it's a really good spot. Our only weakness right now is purple balloons, kind of, for the Dartling gun, but Sauda can take care of those, so I'm not worried about that either. I don't think we'll have any problems, like I said, up until the late 70s, maybe 76, 78, things like that. But maybe 63 will be a little bit difficult, but I don't think it will. This thing is pretty good against everything up until round 80. It starts to fall off after round 80 when we get these super ceramics, but up until then, we shouldn't have a problem at all. We absolutely cruised through the 40s and 50s. We're on round 60, the first BFB. This will not be a problem either. Like I said, maybe later on in the 70s we'll have to micro a little bit, but you can see just leaving it right here, this thing is dominating. Sauda is also very good, so it just helps. Balloons are not going to get past this until round 80 unless they pop out of a Moab past it. So 62 can be a little bit tricky for this, but as long as Sauda can keep up and pop the purples, we'll be just fine. We've got some fortified Moabs. They go around once, hit the beam a second time, and they are gone. Round 63, this could be a little tough, but I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, this thing absolutely melts ceramics in the early game, especially up until round 80. So I'm not worried about that. We've got the third set coming in, and it takes it down just as easily. So I'm just going to sit back and cruise through the 60s as well. We take down the 60s, no problem. We're into the 70s, still no micro needed at all. We're about $30,000 away from the Ray of Doom. Like I said, I think we'll get it on round 82 if I remember correctly. I have done this before, so that's why I'm pretty confident. This is not going to be hard. This is the one I was the most confident in. The Mad shouldn't be too hard as well, but they did nerf it. They gave it an extra $6,000, I think it was. I think it used to be $64,000 in chimps. So that might cause a little bit of a problem, but I think we'll be okay on that one as well. I wanted to say as well, this is the only time I'm going to use Sauda in this. I will use other towers for the Mad and the Bloon Exclusion Zone. So if you were thinking this was just going to be Sauda in this little corner and then 3 different Dartling guns, that will not be the case. I'm not even sure if you can do Sauda with the others. I know you can't do it with the Bez because it doesn't have lead popping power, so that would just be way too difficult. But maybe you could do it with the Mad, but I don't think that's possible either, to be honest. We do have round 76, always a tough round. I'm not really worried about it. I think we can take it down no micro, and yeah, that was easy. We're only $20,000 away now from the Ray of Doom. We should get that in, like I said, 5-ish rounds or so. So the late 70s and the early 80s give you a lot of money. So hopefully we can get it pretty soon. And then once we get the Ray of Doom, it's GG. The game is over. We're going to win. So the only problem we're going to have is getting that $81,000. This is a very expensive tower, but for a reason. It's extremely strong. It can take down everything. And yeah, so round 78, another tough round, but you can see our plasma accelerator is just melting these ceramics. No problem at all. $15,000 away now. We should be able to take down the camo rush as well. Now we've got round 80. I actually am going to micro this just a little bit. I don't know if it's necessary, but I'm just going to do it to take this down because we're so close to our Ray of Doom. Might as well just do this and speed it up just a little bit. There we go. We pop it, and yeah, just a little bit of micro takes that down. Absolutely no problem. Round 81 looks a little bit tricky as well. You got some ceramics sneaking through the back here. Let's see if we can clean those up. We do have Sauda's ability, so we can knock those down, and there we go. Enough for the Ray of Doom. I'm just going to put it right here, and we're going to win the game. Round 87, we have 4 ZOMGs. You can't even see them get on the screen. They're just getting demolished as soon as they come in. That's always fun. Round 88 is no problem as well. And yeah, like I said, I already know we're going to win. This tower's just way too strong. It's not going to lose on an easy map on chimps, or any map, honestly, but I don't think you can get it on a advanced, and definitely not an expert map. That's just not possible. Round 94 is a pretty big round. So you can see the Ray of Doom just keeps dominating. And we have almost $50,000 saved up. So I could use it to upgrade Sauda, but I'm not even going to do that. We're not going to need it at all. Like I've said before, we're absolutely going to win the game with the Ray of Doom. It's just way too strong of a tower. Round 95, always a scary round. Not worried about it though, so let's just wait on the DDTs. Some of them probably will sneak by our Ray right here, but I will just put it over here. You can leave it straight up right here the whole game if you want to without any micro, and you will win. But I'm just doing it to speed it up, honestly, because I already know it's going to win, so there's no point in just sitting here making it last even longer. So we're going to go ahead and clean up round 96, no problem at all. Let's get rid of those ceramics. There we go. Some ZOMGs, we'll melt them too, no problem. And there we go. There goes round 96. And these are 2 fortified ZOMGs on 97. And you can see, I mean, they die so fast. So yeah, no problem at all. Round 98 coming up. Biggest balloon round in the game, like I always say. But yeah, we will have no problem at all with this as well. So many ZOMGs, but they just get melted. I could set it over here. You will win, like I said, if you just leave it right here, even on round 98. But it's more fun to micro it a little bit and have a little bit of fun. Round 99 as well, also a pretty tough round. Doesn't matter to the Ray of Doom though. Then we have the Bad Balloon. We're just gonna, you can see how fast it's popping already. So yeah, no problem at all. We're gonna complete the first one with the Sauda and Ray of Doom. No problem at all. All right, we are back with the next one. I'm going to do it on this map as well and use the same exact spot just because I know this is very good. So we're going to be going for the Mad in this one. This is the best Moab popper in the entire game. And since the Mad is so good against Moabs, I think I'm going to try to pair it up with the Spirit of the Forest, which is the best tower in the game against ceramic balloons. So why not? We're going to put our little druid right here and start saving up. The only camo detection we'll have in the early game is our Hydra rocket pods, but it is enough to get you all the way up to your Spirit of the Forest, so I'm not worried about that either. So let's just go ahead and start saving up. Alright, we've got our Druid of the Jungle, so we're going to go ahead and get Hardthorn so it can pop all kinds of balloons. And next we'll go ahead and get our Dartling gun. And like I said, I'm going to put it down here again, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Round 18, we can go ahead and get our Dartling gunner. I'm going to throw it down here. And I'm probably just going to leave it locked up here as well. We'll go ahead and get the camo detection so we don't lose to round 24. And I know you can go bottom path if you want, but I'm going to go top path just to get the focus firing so it just shoots down this line even straighter. So yeah, we're just gonna start saving up and probably go straight to our Hydra rocket pods, which they actually did buff this a little bit. They made the price go down. I think it used to be like 5,600 or something like that. So it is cheaper, but they made the MAD more expensive, so it kind of evens out. Round 36, we can get our Hydra rocket pods, and I think that's gonna be it with the Dartling gunner for a while. I'm gonna go all the way to the Spirit of the Forest before I worry about trying to buy anything else for this, I think. Round 40, we have the first Moab, and you can take it down if you just leave it locked in place right here. It looks like it's going to be a little bit close, but you will be able to take it down, and it pops right there, and the Druid of the Jungle will clean up the rest. So you don't have to worry about that. We can go ahead and get the Jungle's bounty as well. And I'll see you back probably on round 60 or so, and hopefully we can get the Spirit of the Forest. Alright, we're on round 60. No problem at all. I actually am going to micro this round because I don't think we can take down the BFB. Just leaving it in the corner up there, but we're only about $600 away from the Spirit of the Forest. Once we get that, it's going to be smooth sailing. So here we go. Let's see if we can take down this BFB. Just a little bit of micro on one round. That never hurt anybody. No big deal at all. So there we go, the Moabs, and we should be able to take them down right here. There we go. Get a little bit more, and we have enough for the Spirit of the Forest. So there we go. I'm just going to lock this guy back in place right here in the corner and let the Spirit of the Forest do his thing, and we'll come back once we get the MAD. Alright, we've still had absolutely no problem at all. I haven't had to micro or anything. I think I am going to micro the ZOMG just to help a little bit. I think we could take it down without it, but I just don't want to have to replay around for no reason and waste time, so we'll micro just a little bit. And the Spirit of the Forest should be strong enough to take down the rest after that, as long as we can pop open the ZOMG layer. There it goes, and yeah, they should pop pretty easily. So we're still about $35,000 away from the MAD, but things are going really easy right now. I think if we can get it before the DDTs, we will be just fine. We might have to beat round 90 without it. I do have the Rocket Storm ability, but I haven't had to use that yet, so we might have to use that to beat the DDTs, but we should be able to get it, I think, on like round 90 or 91, somewhere in there. Round 90, first DDTs. We don't quite have enough for the MAD yet. We're only about $400 short, so we will get it after this round. Can we beat these DDTs? Probably not. I'm just going to use the ability, knock them down just a little bit more, and there we go. We have enough for the MAD. So that should be GG. I'm just going to leave it here, let it knock down all of the big Bloons, and let the Spirit of the Forest clean up the rest. That should be all she wrote. And you can see these ZOMGs, they go down even quicker than the Ray of Doom did. This thing is just so incredibly powerful against Moabs. It's not very great against Bloons itself, but that's what the Spirit of the Forest is here for. This is a great combo. If you can make this happen, this is probably the easiest map to do it on, just because you've got a good spot for both towers. But yeah, this thing just absolutely shreds these Moabs, and it's so fun to watch, and it's fun to play as well. Round 97, we have two fortified ZOMGs. I'm not hitting them yet just to show you, but watch how fast these things go down from the MAD. I mean, these are really bulky balloons, and they just get absolutely obliterated. So no problem there. Round 98, biggest balloon round in the game. Still not going to be a problem. I could use the MAD ability, which is absolutely disgusting. I'll show you right here. Look, oh my god. It just wipes the map, and they buffed it in the last update as well, or the previous update before that, but they made it so good, especially against the bad balloon too. This is the best tower in the game against the bad. You can see it's just going down. One ability, it's going to pop it open, and boom, there we go. GG. Two tower chimps with the MAD, and also the Spirit of the Forest. So let's go ahead and get in the next one and see if we can do it with the Bloon Exclusion Zone. Alright, here we are with the very last one. I switched up the map this time just to keep it a little bit fresh. I probably could have done it on the other map as well, but we're just going to do it here. And for this one, I'm going to end up doing the Prince of Darkness and the Bloon Exclusion Zone 2 TC. I need the Prince of Darkness. It can de-camo everything for us. The Bez does get camo detection, but I like going the top path to have the bullet spread be tighter. So I like going with that. And also, we need something to pop the DDTs because the Bez cannot hit the DDTs at all. So I'm going to use the Prince of Darkness to do that as well. And all of the lead balloons for the rest of the game. So hopefully this can be done. I think we'll be okay, but who knows? I think this is going to be the hardest one of the three, but I still don't think it's going to be difficult. All three of these 5th tier Dartling guns are extremely powerful. You just have to know their weaknesses and just plan accordingly. And also, one of their biggest weaknesses is they cost a ton of money. And it's not just the 5th tier, I mean the 4th tiers as well. Almost $13,000 for this one, almost $13,000 for this one, plus $6,500-ish for that one as well. So you have to be ready to pay all that. It's not just the price of the 5th tier. So I'm going to start by getting my Wall of Fire, which should hopefully carry me all the way to a Dartling gun, but we'll see. I had to do a little bit of micro on round 9 just to pop the green balloons. I used the Crusher as well just to take down some of the more beefier balloons, but I think if we just leave this on strong, we can get the Wall of Fire before the big rush comes out, and we should be fine from there. We're really close. There we go, and I wanted it right here, so the balloons have to go through it multiple times, and yeah, we should be good. Let's put it back to first, and we will probably end up going for the Intense Magic Monkey Sense first, and then getting our Dartling Gunner from there. Alright, round 16, we can go ahead and get our Dartling gun. I'm going to end up putting him right here, because from this position, he can actually attack the entire map once he becomes a Bez. He can still shoot over here as well. So, I think this is the spot for us. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in place right here, and just let it do its thing. I think we'll be okay for a while. Probably go ahead and get the powerful darts, and then end up going for our, probably straight to a Necromancer, if not all the way to a Prince of Darkness, but we'll see. And the reason I chose this map is, like I said, this is a really good spot, but also I tried doing it on Resort, and I probably could have done it. I was just being a little bit lazy, to be honest with you, but I was noticing on the later rounds, like round 98 and things like that, that the Moabs, as they were coming in, were blocking the ceramics as they would go around, and our Bez just couldn't keep up, so ceramics kept sneaking through the back. So I'm hoping what we'll do here is, let's do a little bit of micro, take this down first. Oh man, was I being a little too talkative? Let's get the powerful darts. Can we clean it up? Okay, that's just me not paying attention. But let's just go ahead and get the powerful darts, and we should be fine. We'll get the focus firing as well. But as I was saying, I'm hoping on this one we can break down all the leads and Moabs and things like that, and as the ceramics continue around, the Bez will not be blocked by anything over here, so it can still take down all the ceramics all the way over here. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. I've never tried this before, especially on this map, so we'll give it a shot, but I'm confident myself. I think we can do it. Also, the Prince of Darkness is one of the most common 2-tower chimps towers in the game. I'm well aware of that. Because of the shimmer and things like that, it gives towers that don't normally have camo detection that option to be able to pop camos. And while also being just an extremely strong tower in its own right, and it can pop every kind of balloon. It's great against the DDTs. The only thing it's not good against is the bad balloon, and I'm not worried about that because the Bez will absolutely shred the bad, so we should be just fine. I think we can make this happen. Round 35, we'll go ahead and get our unpopped army. I'm going to put it in the backpack here and just let it do its thing. This is another thing. You want your other tower kind of behind the Prince of Darkness, or whatever you want to call it, because if you're popping everything up here, it's not going to get its little graveyard, because you have to pop things within its range to fill up the graveyard. So if you're popping everything too quick, then this tower becomes basically useless. So you want to make sure you're popping everything within the range of your unpopped army and your Prince of Darkness. Round 40, the first Moab. This could be a little bit tricky. I think we can take this down, though. If we just micro a little bit, yeah, no problem at all. So I think I'm going to end up going straight to our Prince of Darkness before I upgrade the Dartling Gunner anymore. And that should be able to carry us all the way into the Bloon Exclusion Zone. And then hopefully from there we just kind of win, but we'll see. Still no trouble at all. I had to micro a little bit on round 50 just to clean up the 2 Moabs. But we're really close to our Prince of Darkness, and there we go. We got that. I'm going to put it as far back as we can. And then I'm going to lock this guy in place over here and just start saving up for the Bez. We should be good for a while. No problems at all. We're on round 60 here. We got the first BFB. We'll be able to take that down. No problem. And the Prince of Darkness is just an extremely good tower. I'm not sure why it's as good as it is for the price that it is, but it is very, very powerful. You can see, I mean, it's just wiping out everything. You can't even see anything get by it at all. And you'll see round 63 here in a second, which is, like I've said before, one of the tougher rounds in the entire game. And those groups of ceramics are just going to hit right here and just evaporate. They're just gone. Where'd they go? They're gone. So, yeah, love this tower, and like I said, it's one of the most popular 2-tower chimps towers in the game. It can pop every kind of balloon, it can decamo, so it's basically everything you need. We're going to get the balloon area denial system. We're going to put it on target independent and let it just do its thing all the way up into the Bez. And this is what I was talking about here, so you can see the Bez will be able to hit these balloons, which is not great right now because we're losing our graveyard because nothing's being popped around here, but I'm not worried about it. They'll eventually get down here. We're just still early in the game where this thing is able to take out all the small balloons on its own, but you can see it's shooting all the way back up. 3,000 is the max if you didn't know that, so you want to keep it as close to that as possible. But with this placement and this setup, I don't think we're going to have a problem. I might have to micro a little bit because if you didn't know, you can see it has 4 cannons on the front, and each cannon has a different targeting. So one is first, one is strong, one is last, and one is close, just like all of the 4 targeting systems. So sometimes you might want all 4 cannons shooting in the same direction, and the Bez is the same way as well. So we might have to micro a little bit just so it's not shooting over here when everything's back here and we want it to be attacking those balloons. But we should be fine for a while. I don't see any problem all the way up to the Bez. Alright, we are still cruising. No problems at all. We're on round 80. We've got the first ZOMG. Not really worried about it. We can attack it the whole way with this thing, and once it gets down here to the Prince of Darkness, it will get popped. So I'm not really worried about it. We are $20,000 away from the Bez. We should be able to get that by round, I don't know, 85, 86, somewhere in there. So, yeah, no problems at all. This is a pretty good strategy so far. I'm going to be 100% honest. The only rounds I'm worried about are 98 and 99, specifically 99, because I think the Prince of Darkness can pop all the DDTs up until 99 just from this position. But because of the fortified DDTs on 99, if they get through right here, we're going to have to micro and probably put it down here and catch them in the back. But I think we can do that, and probably for the bad balloon too, we're probably going to have to let it pop here, let the DDTs go all the way around, and then be caught in the back here. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. About $10,000 away from the balloon exclusion zone, and we should be cruising. And there we go, round 84. The Bez is up. So this is a very, very strong tower. Its only weakness is lead balloons. This can pop the lead balloons, and like I said, it can't pop DDT, so we're going to have to rely on the Prince of Darkness for that. But up until then, we're going to have absolutely no problem whatsoever. Alright, here we go. Round 90, the first DDTs. And as you can see, the Bez can't pop leads at all. So this is completely up to the Prince of Darkness. But yeah, the first DDTs, no problem. Round 93 should go the same way. Hopefully 95 as well, but I guess we'll see on that one. Round 93, more DDTs. Let's see if our Prince of Darkness can handle these as well. And yeah, no problem. Just sucks them right up. They disappear. So yeah, we shouldn't have a problem. We'll see 95 though. I am a little bit worried, but I think we'll be okay. Like I said, we can just micro to the back here and let them clean them up after they go around. But I think we'll be okay. I might start microing this as well just to kind of keep it down here. I don't need it shooting up here. I want everything to pop down here in the range of our Prince of Darkness. So we have round 95. Let's see if we can take down these DDTs. I'm a little bit scared, but I think we can do it. There they are. Here we go. And okay, it looks pretty good so far. I'm not worried about the ceramics. We can clean those up. All right, so we have some DDTs. I'm going to micro to the back here and hope we can clean these up. I'm trying to get all the ceramics with the Bez. It looks like we can. No problem. Can we get them? There we go. So round 96, I'm going to move our Prince of Darkness back, and I'm going to keep microing with the Bez. Just try to knock down some of the bigger balloons and let the Prince of Darkness clean up the ceramics and the Moabs, hopefully. It's going pretty well so far. Nice. Love to see that. We got some ZOMGs. No problem for the Bez at all. There we go. 97 should be a breeze as well, as long as we just micro it a little bit. Even without micro, it'd be a breeze, because it would only focus these two anyway, so I don't have to micro this at all. I am a little worried about 98, like I said, but I think we'll be okay. There we go, 97 goes down. Let's take 98 maybe a little bit slower. I'm going to try to break some of these down without popping the ZOMGs yet. Alright, looking pretty good. We'll focus right here in the middle a little bit. There we go. It's getting a little overwhelming, but we need the Bez to clean up. I'm going to focus these ceramics in the back for a minute and just let this do its thing. There we go. A little bit more micro, and yeah, we're going to be able to take this down, no problem. I'm just going to leave it right here. And then for this round, I'm going to switch it back to target independent because I know I'm going to have to micro our Prince of Darkness here. So let's wait on the first DDTs. There it goes. I'm going to let all of them get through, and then I'm going to move it to the back. There we go. Can we clean them all up? It looks pretty good. Can we get the last one? Can we get it? Oh, there we go. Nice. So I'm actually going to leave this in the backpack here because I don't want to waste it all. I think this can pop the bat on its own, and the DDT should zip through and get cleaned up in the backpack here. So hopefully I'm right. We'll see. There we go, the bad balloon. It's focusing the DDTs, not really worried about it. Okay, it does clean it up, nice. Let's switch it back to a little bit of micro, and yeah, there we go, no problem. So we 2TC with the Bez and the Prince of Darkness, like I said. So that is a 2 tower chimps with all 3 tier 5 Dartling gunners. If you enjoyed that video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see me do this with another tower, do a 2 tower chimps with all of the tier 5s for a different tower, then let me know. I'd love to hear it, and I'll give it my best shot.